Okay, I saw you brought Emerson Spartz in recently. Oh, so someone's on our Facebook page to talk to your team about virality. What were your thoughts behind that decision, and more importantly, what were your takeaways? So first of all, thank you to Emerson for taking the time out of his day to speak with our team, because I know he's an extremely busy guy running a variety of companies and sites and investments, and it was really awesome for him to come in and kind of share some of that expertise with our company. The thought behind this, it was honestly John's idea to start doing these education series with our team, and it's been really awesome to see the different areas where, we might have, kind of like a top level knowledge of, but be able to speak to people who they're like engulfed in this all day long and they're so passionate about it. It's really, really helpful to our team to be able to get some takeaways from that. From the Emerson coming in, I can say the number one takeaway is that headlines matter. So, we're the type of content that Emerson is creating, the type of content that we're creating are very different. But that doesn't mean that there can't be some things that are, the same across all platforms. But what Emerson basically told us is it doesn't matter how awesome your content is that you're creating and how many, stats and examples and how great this long form content is. If it has a shitty headline, no one's going to click on it anyways, so you're creating great content for no one. So that's something that, he gave us the challenge, to test different headlines. And now, as a team, we're putting processes in place to make it easier for us to test headlines before they go to publication. I know that companies like Upworthy, I think they write like 25 headlines for every single post. That we're not to that scale yet, but I think that what Emerson, the biggest thing that we took away from him was headlines matter and also to test things. And that's something that I think, regardless of if it's in writing articles or in trying out different marketing techniques, it's the same idea of the lean startup. You test different things, you iterate on them, you validate them, and then, if it works, you scale. So yeah, having Emerson come in for that was absolutely awesome. And I would recommend to any company, if your team, has a top level knowledge in a lot of different areas, try to find people who are really experts to really strengthen that knowledge and make it go a little bit deeper, because it'll bring up things that you weren't even aware that your team was lacking until you really hear from someone who's doing it really well.